podcast by Bonsai Creative that helps creatives in film get where they're going faster by sharing the advice, knowledge, and insights of professional creatives across the film industry. In this episode, you'll hear an industry insight, curated content designed to spotlight the best advice, wisdom, and tools from our previous interview guests. Brought to you and narrated by Nicholas Bugs.
The biggest creative mistake that I see people make is I feel they don't get to the core of what they're trying to say. Nick Frangione, director. Great filmmaking illustrates the voice of the filmmaker through visual artistic expression. It's the seamless integration between the art of visual media and the science or psychology of the human mind. We all know a great film not just when we see it, but when we feel it, when we've connected with it in some way beyond our physical senses. Independent filmmakers often try so hard to impress on screen that they lose their voices in the process. In their search to be recognized for something clever or strikingly unique, they overcomplicate the production with metaphor and nuanced representations of their subject matter. In the end, the audience is left with the job of peeling back the layers to find the filmmaker's voice, while finding themselves guessing at what that voice was trying to say. Getting to the core of what you're trying to say means removing the noise from your communication. The concept of noise in communication dates back to information theory in the 1940s. Noise refers to any factor that reduces the chance of successful communication, but does not guarantee failure of that communication. There are 4 types of noise. The first, physiological noise. Distraction caused by hunger, fatigue, thirst, or any other factor that affects how we feel physically. The second, physical noise. Interference in our environment such as noises, extreme temperatures, or physical disturbances. The third, psychological noise. Qualities within us, such as prejudice or defensiveness, that affect how we communicate or interpret others. And the fourth, semantic noise. The noise that exists when the words being spoken are not mutually understood as a result of jargon or an unnecessarily technical language. For filmmakers, the issue is often one of semantic noise. In this case, the message is being lost in unnecessarily nuanced language delivered with an expectation for the audience to use artistic interpretation to decipher the message. The truth is, audiences don't want to be left guessing because guessing implies uncertainty, and uncertainty introduces noise. The more noise is introduced, the less connected your audience becomes to the core of what you're trying to say. To avoid introducing noise, consider removing anything that uses metaphor or symbolism to communicate the core message. Though it's okay to use such things to emphasize the message, they should not be used to deliver it. Another way to eliminate noise is to avoid playing with time. Memory and dream sequences that cut into current timelines without warning cause the storyline to be fragmented. Though the pieces may all fit together when you look back at the story, you replace emotional engagement with your audience with an intellectual exercise that makes them think when you want them to feel. This doesn't mean that you can't have those memory and dream sequences. It just means that you should be deliberate about how you move your audience into them as an extension of the experience within the current reality. The main thing to remember here is that your voice should remain clear and concise throughout your storytelling. Don't get in your own way by trying to be too clever or by expecting too much of your audience. If they don't get it, it's not their fault. It's yours. I'd like to thank Nick Frangione for reminding us all to get to the core of the message. It's far too easy to get caught up in the art of filmmaking and forget the art of communication. If you'd like to hear more insights from Nick, director of the award-winning film Buck Run, now available on Amazon Prime Video, you can hear him on episode 238 of the Make It podcast. As always, be better, be creative, be engaged.
You've been listening to the Make It podcast To find out more information about this week's topics, including links to relevant blog posts, projects, and indie creatives, please visit our website at www.bonsai.film. If you haven't already, you can join our podcast community on Apple Podcasts or the podcast app of your choice by searching for Make It Bonsai Creative, and the show will pop right up. You now have the opportunity to support the production of this podcast. If you love Make It and are a true fan of what we're trying to accomplish in the indie film community, please visit www.bonsai.film and click Contribute. Contributions start at only $5 monthly. You can follow us on Instagram and Twitter at _Bonsai Creative and on Facebook by searching for Bonsai Creative. You can provide feedback to us via email at contact@bonsai.film, and you can follow me, Chris, on Twitter at FlamingYourHeart. That's FlamingYurHeart. And of course, if you're looking to take a big step towards your filmmaking success, go to www.bonsai.film and click on Services to explore a variety of offerings from keynotes and panels to pitch readiness assessments and so much more. You have everything to gain. Until next time, be better, be creative, be engaged, and thank you for listening.